What's up, everybody? Zoe Flowers here, back with another reading, and this one is all about your elevation, your glow up. It is the new moon. It is the new moon in Aries. It is all about the fire, and so I am here to figure out, shine some light, illuminate, initiate how we can all use this Aries new moon energy for the next 6 months to show up and show out for ourselves, not for anybody else. The thing about Aries, it is all about separating itself from the pack. It is all about putting oneself forward. Again, it is all about initiation. It is a cardinal sign initiating us into spring. And so this is going to be about leadership, okay? This is going to be about what we need to do to be leaders. So I can tell you that what I started doing, I woke up at 7 o'clock this morning and started deleting old contacts from my phone. I have people in there, like friends that have actually transitioned. I have people from at jobs that they don't even work at anymore. And so I just really wanted to do that. I still have a lot of contacts to clear out, but I am tightening up, closing the ranks a bit and sealing up any energy leaks. The other thing I did was deactivated my personal Instagram. For that very same reason, I just found that there's a lot of names and things like that that I did not follow. And so that was just really weird to me. There's also a lot of people that we're not having any real relationship. We don't interact on the phone or in the social media space. And so I literally just woke up and I was like, you know what? I am not the internet. I am not a library where people can just dip in, get what they want, and dip out. I am creating from today forward, living into my Aries North node. I am creating something else. I am creating, recreating, co-creating a new experience of this life walk. And that means intentional, real, reciprocal relationships. If it ain't real, I don't want it. And I encourage y'all to join me in that. So, enough of that talking. I am going to give y'all a minute to key into the energy. And you know how this goes. You pick the deck that resonates with you. And I'm going to guide us into a little meditation to help you do that. So I want you to just let your shoulders drop. Turn your gaze inward. And I want you to see, sense, or imagine a red button or a red light in the center of your reproductive space. And from that button, I want you to see, sense, or imagine a string, a red string, coming down from the reproductive space, which is the center of creativity, traveling down through the dirt, down through the ground, and locking into the very center of Mother Earth. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Straighten your back. See, sense, or imagine that same string now going back to the center. That same string that's connecting you to Mother Earth now, see, sense, or imagine that string traveling up through your belly, through your chest cavity, through the throat, through the top of the head, through the ceiling, to the clouds. And from that string, see, sense, or imagine a red rose blossoming. And imagine whatever knowledge you need to hear today being downloaded into that rose. Let that rose close, come back down through space, through the ceiling, into your center. See, sense, or imagine that red string coming up from Mother Earth, and maybe attached to it is a little pot of gold. Pulling that up with you, depositing that in the center. Breathe in, exhale out, meditate on the cards, and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so if you picked the Hamsa, then you are all set for pile number 1. And of course, you might resonate to pile number 2 also, but this is your pile. So here we go. So the first thing I wanted to do is I really wanted to see where your energy is now and how you're showing up now. And so we are using this is a brand new deck. This actually was a gift from a sibling. What is the name of this thing? What is the name of this deck? It's a very interesting archetype deck. What is it called? Oh, Divinatrix or something? Yeah, Divinatrix. Okay, so we want to see how it is that you're showing up in present time. Queen, Child of Shadow. Okay, so we got to read and see what this is all about, because I don't know. I know it's the shadow, obviously, but I don't know what it means. Queen, Child of Shadow. Okay, so the Queen is I express. So it says bossy and retaliatory, caged by vindictive impulses, in addiction to tit for tat. Gossip corrodes the infrastructure that supports the castle. Oh, okay. Gossip corrodes the infrastructure that supports the castle because I say so. Recognize that no one wins in a battle of right and wrong, right? So it's like Jay-Z says, nobody wins when the family feuds. Can you own the effect you have? Are you aware of needs of the people in your sphere of influence? So for me, this can also be like the shadow side of Aries, right? Because we know on the exalted side of Aries, it's like they're a warrior, but they're a warrior for good. They're a warrior for spirituality and lighting the fire in others. But on the shadow side, this bossy, this retaliation, this because I said so, yeah, that feels very shadowy, dark-sided Aries to me. And so if there is she's got her crown on, she's got her bird in the cage, the bird's in a gilded cage. So again, it's like you won, but at what cost, right? But there is obviously a chance to grow and change and to use the knowledge, because we have the arch in the back way with the light shining in. So it's also like being very stubborn, turning your back on the light intentionally. This is obviously something that does not have to be done. Interesting. This is an interesting deck. I'm also curious about this animal here with the blue underneath, like the blue around it. Blue for me is about calming. So it could also be very manipulating, very passive aggressive energy, like, oh, I'm just telling you this for your own good, but really you just want people to do what you want them to do. So that's the way that the energy is showing up now, the energy that's actually holding you back from elevating. And then, so we're moving to, okay, how do we elevate? How do we glow up? How do we move on from that? So we have blue obsidian. So lots of blue here. And it says, cool to the core. Blue obsidian is created from a natural volcanic glass that has the ability to expand one's natural talents. Astral travel and envisioning dreams are protected and safe when you are using this crystal. A powerful divination stone, blue obsidian enhances psychic abilities and uncovers natural talents. It clears away mental clutter. Right. So also, I find for myself, when I find myself being bossy, or I find myself being retaliatory or in a tit for tat, usually it's something that I am frustrated about within my own self, my own talents feeling frustrated. And so perhaps this will help you clear away the mental clutter and to see what's really behind, the behaviors. And it says it makes way for clear channeling of intuitive messages, allowing you to focus on one message at a time. A natural healer, blue obsidian promotes circulation to your body and opens the aura to receive. So also, if you're in a cage and you're feeling closed off, blue obsidian will be helpful to help you break out. Then we have grounding. We have potato here. So yeah, just as I was saying, let's ground into our own energy. That's how you elevate, by not focusing on what other people are doing, but actually grounding into your very own energy. And we have number 5 there, and 5 in numerology is freedom. And so in this particular book, potato is resonant with magic, healing, health, protection, compassion, and stability. The deities that can be worked with are Lu, St. Patrick, and Teal'c. And the celestial influences are the moon, the sun, and it is related to the astrological sign of Virgo. And so Virgo can also be, a pretty controlling energy if it's not directed, if it's not grounded in what it needs to be doing, its own habits. So some of you all could actually be Virgo, sun, moon, rising. Of course, you don't have to. But again, with potato being 5 and being freedom, it's like, okay, there is a way out. Again, there is a way out of this cage. And the way out, again, is to ground into your strengths, your personality, and stop worrying what other people are doing. This could also mean, grounding into your projects and your dreams. So I want to know what goddess you could work with to help you to also address this energy. So we have Durga for boundaries. So again, a lot of times when we feel caged in, we feel trapped, is when we haven't set the boundaries that we need to set with people, and then we get frustrated with them because we haven't set our boundaries. We haven't asked for what we need. This is how we level up. This is how we level up, pile number 1. We ground, and maybe you've been so busy. Maybe you've come from a family where you had to take care of other people, so you never really had the chance to figure out what it is that you need. Or maybe you have a child, and so you've had to put yourself to the side, or you have a demanding job or a demanding partner, and so you really feel like you can't set boundaries. And perhaps again, you're feeling stuck in that. Well, it looks like the way out is to, again, ground into your own energy, get clear, look at what your daily habits are. Okay, since Virgo again rules daily habits, look at what your habits are. And also the other side of Virgo is doing too much, right? It's about service, but it's like, in service to what? Why are you in service? Are you in so much service that you are not paying attention to your boundaries? I love it. And so on the other side of boundaries, we have Lakshmi, we have abundance, right? So we go from being in shadow, being resentful, being angry, to grounding ourselves in what we want, in what's good for us, in habits that are healthy for us, and then we can step into our abundance. We love it. And you can also work with these two deities, actually working with Durga to ask how you can create better boundaries, and working with Lakshmi. There's lots of chants and things like that. Lakshmi chants on YouTube. I've used them over the years many times to raise the energy and to help you feel more abundant. You can also work with lapis lazuli. This isn't lapis, this is labradorite. I don't know where my lapis lazuli is. Probably in my purse. Which is one of Lakshmi's crystals. Oh, here it is right here. Oh, of course, it's pile number 2. That's funny. Yeah, it's right here. To help you to feel more abundant. So we also wanted to tap into some sigil energy. Look at this. To see. So tapping into your goddess energy. Tapping into your goddess energy. Healing feminine energy. So you can actually use this sigil. Right? You could print this sigil and you can put it on your altar if you have one. You can put it on your refrigerator if you don't have an altar, to remind you to tap into your own healing energy. And of course, male identified people also have feminine energy. Okay, we all have the divine masculine and the divine feminine in front of us. And again, if you've been working so much and you've been so heavily into your quote unquote masculine energy because you've had to do that, this is an invitation to tap into the feminine, to tap into actually receiving. And we have to get grounded before we can actually receive, right? We have to get grounded and figure out what it is we even want. I definitely have experienced that, where it's like, oh, what do you need? And it's like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what I need. I have no idea what I need because I'm going, right? So definitely slowing down and tapping into our healing feminine energy. And then we have one enchanted evening, the perfect night. So again, treating yourself. It's so funny. I don't even eat ice cream anymore, but it's like I'm seeing somebody with their feet up, like eating ice cream, like chilling out, like just giving themselves the perfect night, not waiting for somebody to give them the perfect night, but to give themselves that regularly, and not just like once a month or whatever, right? As often as possible. Yeah, I have teach and share in reverse. So again, pulling back and focusing on yourself. This is my ancestor deck, so this is message from the ancestors. And my goodness, wouldn't they know, right? Wouldn't our ancestors know absolutely everything about doing too much? Some of us were forced, well, actually, depending on, no matter what your lineage is, we all have lineages of enslavement in some way, right? And so understanding that energy is still very much on the planet. I mean, enslavement is actually still happening on the planet in different places. So understanding that if that resides in you, where you feel like you are a workhorse, where you feel like all you're here to do is produce and teach and learn and share, it's like, whoa, let's put the brakes on that. Let's create some boundaries around that and focus on ourselves. And then we have honor the deities around you. So perhaps Durga and Lakshmi are around you. Right? It says prayers offering help. So perhaps making altars to these two deities, or if you have other deities that you actually work with. Take some time to investigate the world of the mystical. We have King of Cups in reverse. So for me, this is, also when cards are in reverse, it's a stagnant energy. It's energy that is yet to be released, right? It could be blocked energy. So if you are not feeling like you are able to be in charge of your emotions 100%, again, this is an invitation to do that. And then we have here the 10 of Cups. So interesting. So we have the King of Cups in reverse. So let me put that back in reverse the way it was. And we have the 10 of Cups in the upright at the end of the reading, right? So it's like also looking around and seeing what's working, see where you have the 10 of Cups and be grateful for it. But I also feel like this is sort of the most likely outcome of doing all of this work is the 10 of Cups. Yeah, oh my God. Look at that, y'all. Wow. Successfully over. Literally. And let me put this in reverse too, because this was in reverse. There we go. Successfully overcoming a problem. Literally, there's no bad news here. The only quote unquote bad news is if you don't know how to set your boundaries. If you don't know how to say no. Okay? But just know that the 10 of Cups and the bridge is waiting for you, and the colors are similar. Are they not? With that red and that orangish. Is that not similar? I don't know what to say. So I'm not going to say anything. Hope you enjoyed. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe. I also have a Magic Hours podcast where we talk art, we talk pop culture. Of course, we talk spirituality. I have some very interesting guests coming up, and now the person who's doing the renovations is vacuuming, so I'm going to hop off. Bye. Hey, pile number 2, if you pick the lapis lazuli, this is the pile for you. I do have renovations happening, so hopefully the vacuum will not come on again. We'll see. All right, so the first thing I want to do is start with where the energy is now. What is the energy that you're giving off into the world right now? And so I have Queen Elder of Shadow. So this is the archetype. This is the archetypal energy that's happening at this moment. And so the Queen is all about expressing. And just like I said with pile number 1, literally this is a brand new deck. It was just gifted to me day before yesterday. So I'm reading. Okay, Queen Elder of Shadow. Tyrannical and remote. When one can do no wrong, one does wrong. Control is used for personal gain and power as a tool for manipulation. Loneliness and eventual regret haunt this hungry ghost. Absolute power corrupts abruptly. Consider the bridges you've burnt. The question is, where have you pledged your allegiance? How does it serve the planet, your country, your community, your family, your a partner, yourself? So that's the energy that's that's the archetype, actually, I should say, that we're starting off with, okay? So this is what we're overcoming. This is what we're overcoming. And to me, this feels like energy from a wounding. It's interesting because we have these feel very much like chakras to me. And then we have the crow here. It's very interesting. More of these that look like chakras. Yeah. This feels like childhood wounding, but it also could be ancestral wounding living itself out in present time. So the first thing I want to do is look at a crystal to help with this leveling up, this energetic reboot, so to speak. And we have Tanzine Aura Quartz. And it says it is a cosmic alignment is here. Tanzine Aura Quartz brings equilibrium to our multi-dimensional states. Yeah. And this again feels very multi-dimensional to me. Melding mind and body for spiritual balance. With indigo rays vibrating high, this stone heightens the ability to see and communicate beyond this world. Tanzine Aura Quartz gently opens your crown chakra. Whoa. Your girl said chakras. Creating a channel between the divine and your body. Made from the rare metal iridium, this crystal brings mystical qualities to a higher understanding of one's metaphysical abilities. You are more powerful than you think, and it resonates with Virgo, Pisces, and Uranus. And it's for enchantment, cosmic alchemy. So taking what was and transforming it into something else. Is this not an alchemist right here? I mean, fam, is it me or is she not alchemizing? So the ability to alchemize is here. The ability to flip the switch and change up situations is here. Let's just see what else is here. What else can help? Fertility, watermelon, Leo. What else did I say? The ability to alchemize, to change is here. And we have fire, fire and fire. Alchemy, 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 alchemy. Where is the book? Because I want to read what, I mean, I already feel like what it's going to say is that this is a very fertile time. Life begins the day you start a garden. The nurture of elements around you is highlighted, and watermelon energy shows that you will reap what you have sown. The wisdom of nature is at the forefront, and answers, discoveries, and inspiration will be found there for you. Plan well, stick with things, and look after those around you. Challenges may be a failure to connect with others and inauthenticity. So there we go. And then again, this said, this talks about being remote, right? Being remote. And then this fertility talks about the same thing, failing to connect with others and being inauthentic. So again, when we have early wounding, we shut ourselves off, right? We tell ourselves a story and we live into that story. And so the invitation here for us as we move on, as we level up, as we glow up, as we elevate, levitate, 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 is to recognize that we are no longer those people that we were. We are no longer those wounded people, okay? This card is about, again, bringing the parts of yourself together, just like this fertility here, just like this alchemy. This is the maiden, the witch, and the crone. And this is about, again, bringing together the fragmented parts of the self, bringing together the fragmented parts of life. And again, we have this fire here. And we even have fire here with the watermelon because we have Leo. So it's like this is the perfect time for you to initiate something. Aries is all about initiation. We even have similar colors here with the Tanzine Aura Quartz. I mean, whoa. Wow. Very deep alchemy here. You all could be some very serious magicians. Well, obviously, I mean, because it's the elder, first of all, and it's like literally magic. And also, my goodness, do these not look similar? One is just black and one is gold. So this is my magician crew. This is my magician crew right here. So, you know what that means, right? The more light, right? What do they say? The more levels, more devils. So it's like the more magic you carry within you, the bigger your job, sometimes the bigger the challenges. But you are up for the challenge. Now is not the time to be the hermit. Now is the time to understand the karmic lessons and reintegrate them. We have happy love, a joyful, stable partnership, and good friends. So this is a sigil. So you could actually draw this, you could pause the recording and draw this sigil and put it somewhere to remind you of happy love. You could also carve it into a candle to attract the things that you want. Again, because this is talking about fragmentation here, right? And so this is like a stable partnership and good friends. And then we have here the festival creates an energetic blueprint for a fantastic party or event. And Leo is also the partier, right? And I want to talk about 9 plus 2 here, which is 11, which is a master number. 11 is the higher octave of 2, and 2 is about partnerships too. So this is all about divine partnerships for you. So the way that you glow up, level up, is by joining with others and not separating. Oh my God. Y'all. Y'all. Come on. So again, did we not talk about family wounding? It says respect, people, kinship. Did we not talk about connection? Have we not been talking about connection? So if you have some family connections that have caused pain, because we talked about that early wounding, now is the time to make peace with those connections, with the familial bloodline. Okay, it's cool to create your own family, right? So, but it's also, I understand sometimes you have to separate from your family of origin. I totally get that. And so, even if you have separated from your family, you could still energetically begin to heal those connections, because like my Babalao says, you can't love the root and hate the tree. I mean, you can't love the tree and hate the root, excuse me, right? That blood is in you. So by railing against that blood, you're railing against what's amazing and awesome and fruitful and fertile about you. We have here open to love, relationships, passion, fulfillment. I mean, okay, at this point, you get it. You get it, right? You get it. Your ancestors are speaking super clear. This is the ancestor deck. They're speaking super clear. If you're out here trying to be a lone wolf because you've been hurt, that is not the move, okay? It's time to move on. Oh my God. What more can I say? Nothing. There's nothing more I can say. There's nothing more I can say. Yeah. Yeah. We're moving from the Hermit to the Ten of Cups. Enough cups for everyone. Enough for everybody. I'm sorry, the Nine of Cups. Enough for everyone. Enough for everyone. This can be a card of gluttony. This can be a card of mine, 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 mine. That's what we're moving away from. An emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. Dealing or relationship with a man with a dark complexion or hair. Okay, maybe that has some resonance. New home, new attitude, end result. So again, if there's been some kind of break here with a person with dark hair or a darker complexion, that's confirmation showing up for you. If this has been the source of the issue, that's just a confirmation. Especially with this, an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. So even if you've told yourself, you know, on a conscious level that it isn't, subconsciously, energetically, it is important for your growth. It is important for your growth. And then again, it says new home, new attitude. And that is our end result. Pile 2, that's all I got for you. Like, share, subscribe, drop down in the comments. Let me know what resonates. Let me know what doesn't resonate. Please also check out the Magic Hours podcast. We drop new interviews every other week at 3:33 p.m. EST, and I do bonus episodes in between those two. So yeah, we have guests coming on talking about spirituality. We have guests coming on talking about politics. Sometimes I rant on pop culture, and it's just a good old time over there. So yeah, come visit me over there too, and I will see you next time. Bye.